Okay, we're back. This is part 2 of the Jump and Shoot Reddit special. It's not really a special, it's just I'm going to talk about CVS and I'm going to post it in the subreddit. So in the first video I talked about our store's reaction to COVID or coronavirus. Coronavirus just sounds cooler to say. Everyone says COVID-19. Anyway, in the other video I talked about the things that broke the camel's back, per se. The things that drove me to drink. Not really. But I did. So on the thing is, on that last situation, the guy returning, the guy buying cereal, first of all. I had vacation in like 2 days right after that. I just needed to survive, and I just couldn't go 2 days without fucking something going wrong and me getting heated. And it's like, I don't usually feel like the strain of mental health at all, but like, I'm sick of trying to figure out how to react. It's just like, I want to stop. I need to distance myself from the store as much as possible. Because when the lady returning the earbuds, that's when I was like, I need a vacation. And with the next guy, that's when I was like, I need to stop coming here. So luckily I had a vacation. Around that time, I bought alcohol for the first time for myself. I'm like 27. And I don't really buy alcohol. I just want, I'm going to be home for a long time. It just so happens that, like, this week at Target, my other job, I'm only getting 1 day. So, fuck it. I'm going to spend it drinking and ordering pizza and shit. On another note, another note, I haven't been eating very well. That's not to say I haven't been able to eat. I'm just not eating good. I've been ordering pizza and buffalo chicken from the local store. To support them, because I know I don't think they're a chain. They're just in San Diego. Like, it's the only Buffalo Wingstar that I know of, that I've already seen. So I love their buffalo wings. It's like buffalo fries, but it's like boneless wings inside fries, and it has like sauce all over it and everything. And pizza, I usually get that. It's just, the thing is, I don't drive, and but the thing is, my commute between work is not that bad. So usually I only have time to get groceries after work, and then on my way home. I don't have time to go before work, or only if my next day is off, usually. That said, when I came back from vacation, I realized I don't want to be here all day anymore. You know what? I don't want to be here full time. This place does not deserve me at full time. So I told my new boss, look, I'm only going to work from 12 to 4. I usually used to do 7 to 3 or 11 to 8. But this is it. This is all I'm going to do now. So, and I have a second job, so I really don't need these 2 full-time jobs. And the thing is, I don't want 2 jobs. I'm just waiting for Target to get better so that I can quit CVS. Because the whole point of me working at Target overnight is to be away from customers. Like, I don't need to learn. I've been doing this for 5 years. I don't need to learn ways to cope with it. I just need a way out now. I've already been broken several times, so I just want to stop. I can't just do that. I don't know anything about marriage or anything like that, but this is the best analogy I could come up with. It's like being in a marriage and realizing after some time you don't love the person anymore, but it would be awfully inconvenient to divorce them. So you just stay and you suffer until one day you're done. And you're like, okay, I'm ready to leave. It's over. Bye. And the other thing is, it won't be as satisfying to leave because it's not my old boss. My new boss has been very respectful of my stress and has been has much more of a presence than my old manager did. She was usually in the office, like making the beauty consultant get snacks for her and shit while she was in the office, and every time something went wrong, she would always try to shift the blame on something else. It's like, or pretend she doesn't know what's wrong, and then she'll come to me like, "Hey, do you know why this isn't working?" I'm like, I never said it, but it's like, you're the manager. You should know this. You should know why things aren't working. And she's been the store manager at this location for like years, and so yeah, that's pretty much that. This video I want to talk about my store in general and the things we deal with there, and some of the posts that I've been relating to on not Twitter, goddamn, I know it was Twitter, on Reddit recently. So the fun facts about our store is that during the remodel that most stores have been getting, you know, they've been going for that, like, that chic look, you know, the sans serif lowercase everything, you know. They redid our carpet, they redid all the aisles. Everything's like closer to the wall now. There's not really there's not really a lot of things in the center. Seasonal is out in the corner of the store instead of being in the middle. American Greetings is against the wall now, or not even American Greetings anymore. It's Hallmark. That's right. That was one of the things. American Greetings is gone. We have a second freezer section. There's ice cream and the beverages, and then there's the frozen food and a different side, and the milk, a different side of the store. Pharmacy now has a better line system. The front checkouts have a better line system. I mean, here's the thing about that. When they remodeled our store, they forgot the number 23, so it's just 22 blank and then 25, or 24 rather, and 23 is supposed to be the seasonal area. But it's like, if they weren't gonna number the seasonal area, fine, but couldn't they just have skipped using 24 and just put 23 there? It's just like, God. So every time someone's like, do you guys have seasonal item, or do you have like the right now it's summer, do you have the beach chairs yet, or the towels, or the coolers, or fans, or anything? Normally we would say the seasonal aisle or aisle 23, but they look up and it's like, there's no 23. Like, it's between aisles 22 and 24. It's there. Whatever you want, it's there. So we have to deal with that. And the registers wise, we used to have registers on either side of the store. It was registers 1 through, gosh, I think like 8 registers total. But now we have like 6 on one side of the store. But the thing is, they remodeled the other 5, but the one that's left is the one nearest the front door, which is still from this location used to being a Long's. So it's a Long's register. It's really old and disgusting and not shiny at all. But it's the only register with the number 7 on it. So there's just like 6 registers and then one with a 7 and it has a light on it. And it is pointless. I wish they got rid of it, but they didn't do that, I'm assuming, because it's right next to the safe near the front store. And they're not gonna move the safe because why would they? I forgot to look what Pokemon it was. A Venomoth. I can switch out. So that's the thing about Venusaur. People wise, it's a lot of people with weird ass buying patterns. Like this. We live next to we work next to a Ralph's. So during this time, everyone who wasn't able to get food from there, because there's a line outside, would come here, and we would get crowded, which sucks. And there's also people getting their prescriptions, and that's pretty much all business has been. It's been food, all the essentials, and then the prescriptions. And we haven't gotten super crowded yet, but every 10 minutes or so, there's a huge line of people just stocking up on random shit. We had to put a lot of our stuff behind the counter, like the paper towels, the toilet paper, the hand sanitizer. We didn't get any of those things for like the first month, and I was so tired of people asking, okay, well, when are you gonna get this? It's like, well, when we get our truck, we don't know if we will get it or not. I am very good at speaking with uncertainty so that they back off. I can't give them a direct answer so that they can't keep prying in and saying like, okay, but what exact time and date should I be here? I want to be here when the truck gets here, when you're unloading it, and when you're putting it on the shelf. It's like, look, I don't even know if we're ever gonna get hand sanitizer or soap or any of that shit. So you have to come and see for yourself. That's that. Like, people are asking to put things on hold for them. What's wrong with those people? Like, oh, there's a shortage on this item, so it's gonna be hard to get. Okay, can I put my name on it? Like, no, it's first come first serve. You can't do that. People ask if they can buy multiple quantities, like, and we used to just tell people what the limits were, but then I was noticing that the actual register would limit. Well, it would say item limit reached. You can't sell anymore during this transaction, and you get some smartasses who are like, "Oh, just hop back in line." I haven't had to tell anyone to not do that. They'll just come back next week, because ideally it's, we sell it all until we run out, and then rinse and repeat. We finally started getting hand sanitizer in, but it's that Nature's Call kind. It's in like the white green bottle ish. Also in this picture you can see that those yellow signs we had to put near the front door. They all basically say this item may not be available because of a shortage. And it says that for each individual essential item. And then people don't read. Is a problem. You can put signs. You can put as many signs as you want inside a store. People will not read them. They're gonna ask you something stupid, and you're gonna say, "I'm sorry, but we don't have that." And you're like, "Oh, this is ridiculous. You guys need to order more." Like, it's something we just get by just ordering it. It's not like there's entire CVS that's across the world trying to get this shit, And that's another thing about that. People think they're the center of the universe, and it's like, God, all these entitled douchebags. Just fuck off. What else? I did post this survey. Okay, what I like is that we can post surveys. This is an unofficial CVS subreddit. I'm not saying we can, but we are able to post surveys. So I posted some of the stupid ones I've been getting. This is an old screen capture, but it's the one where the guy was like, let's just put it on screen real quick. This one. Uh, it says figure out supply problems like rubbing alcohol, disinfectant sprays. Stop the excuses. Give rationing on our rewards cards or something. Like, what does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? Just like, oh, your card says you can buy this many. Like, that's not how that works. That's how inventory and supply works. You have to be in the store to fucking get it. It can't just be reserved for you. Stop telling us what everyone else is. Everyone else is saying this because they're also out and experiencing a shortage. What's wrong with you? And as you can see, this is like one of the few bad surveys we get. Our store is generally pretty good. I mean, the most I see is the surveys. I don't dare look up Yelp reviews because people like to let you have it on there, which is fine because it's not gonna count against us. It's fucking Yelp. I don't care what they put on there. But when they use the survey system as a complaint column, it's just how we were supposed to keep up with their bullshit. Like one of the worst things I've ever gotten in person was they didn't like the paint job of our store. Around sometime in 2018, they repainted the entire shopping center, like every store. They went from like a brown tan color scheme to like a milky white gray color scheme for most buildings. And this Karen, this old bitch, was like, I don't like your color scheme. I was like, and we didn't pick it. Nobody here picked the color of our store. That's the entire shopping center. She was like, yeah, well, I don't like it. Everything's all dreary and depressing. Like, okay, great. What do you want me to do about it? She said, well, maybe just pass it down or something. Oh, yeah, like, the manager could just pass it down to the landlord, who passed it down to the contractor, who painted the damn area. Like, nobody gives a shit. There's nothing we can do about that, but if they put a survey on it, corporate's not gonna know the difference between that and a real complaint. They're just gonna count it against us. Like, I hate surveys, and it's been the same like everywhere you go. Like, my first job was Pizza Hut, and it's not as bad, or it wasn't as bad because they separated like service from hospitality. If your service was good, they wouldn't really touch you, but or say anything a lot to you. But if your if your hospitality wasn't good, they'd be like, okay, you guys need to step up your game and be really nice to people and just give them whatever they want and just give discounts out of nowhere. But that didn't work because it got to the point where they made us wear happy face pins just to see what that would do. It was fucking pathetic. Like, none of us did anything wrong, but people kept saying that we were rude even though we weren't. And like, food delivery and making is, I don't know how to describe this, but a lot of people suck. So they'll say shit that will ruin the reputation of the store out of spite. And same as happening at CVS. There's nothing I can do about that. What any of us can do about that? One of the weirdest surveys I got was it was like sometime last year around July. It was like, it was a really bad survey. They used my name. It wasn't just about something else that happened. They used my name to say that I was rude and stuff, and that I screamed at them or something like that. Which is weird because when I actually scream, they don't complain. When it's a normal ass transaction, they make shit up. Whatever. Oh great, dude. Okay, we're missing all around. We gotta attack each other, please. Great. So they said all these things in the survey, and it was to the point where my assistant manager calls me up upstairs and like, hey Andre, can you explain their survey? I'm like, what do you want me to say? This didn't happen. I don't know what to tell you. They just put that there out of spite. So what do you want me to do? So we're just trying to figure out what happened. I mean, were they upset? Were they okay? Well, isn't there a timestamp on the survey? Can we just look it up and see what happened? So we look up the camera footage, the transaction was literally like 10 seconds. They just bought like makeup or something, and I rang them out and it was over. There was like barely any verbal or physical looking like anger or thing. But what they put was, Andre is a rude cashier. Something about, they wrote thank you for the glitter and the glue or something. I was like, why the fuck would they write this? And I was just baffled. I was like, why? What? How did this happen? And a long time ago, we had a really bad problem with someone coming into the store and making slime in the fucking aisles and just pouring it all over products. And it's like, who the fuck is doing this? Okay, why did you take so much damage from fucking flamethrower? Stevens sucks. Alright, Prickly G, you're up. So I think I have pictures still on my Instagram, but yeah, they would get a bottle of laundry detergent, get glue, and just pour it all over, and they would move stuff off the shelf so that they had a clear surface and just mix it. And then I would see like globs on the carpet everywhere some nights. They must have been doing it either later during the day, since our store is 24 hours. Anything that happens overnight probably isn't seen because there's only like 2 or 3 people and they're all doing different stuff. So my guess was it must have been happening during overnight. So either a very mentally depraved adult or someone's irresponsible kid or irresponsible adult letting their kid just wander around making slime in the store do that. But it was just disgusting, and I had to clean it up every single time because I was the first one who only found it. It's like everyone's walking around the whole day. How do none of you else see this? One time I was cleaning it up and I felt a drop on my head. It's like, what? So I look up and there's a fucking glob of it on the ceiling. How did hell did they have time to do this and no one saw? Like someone had heard it hit the ceiling, and then or seen them make it. I don't know how fucking fast or long it takes to make slime, but god damn it, that was a really tough time. I haven't seen this. Hasn't happened since I posted those pictures. What else? You know, I'm getting sick of the OS that the registers use. Okay, the first picture I posted in Reddit was a picture of the register saying a function not allowed when trying to look up someone's digital coupons, which is really weird since, or it's kind of annoying since I get a lot of people who are like, oh, do you see my 40% off coupon? And the first thing I ask is, do you send the card? And they'll be like, yes, I did. So I look. Usually what I do is I hit that button and it'll show me if it's on the card whether they can use it or not. Sometimes it's like it didn't show up because you can't use it, but when that shows up now, I can't even check because it'll say that, and it's like, I wish there was a Smash Bros style patch notes from either unofficial or IBM or whoever the fuck supplies CVS with these things. But a lot of the comments on the post were like, I forgot to switch Pokemon. I think he's gonna send out Gyarados. That's fine. Oh, sure, whatever. A lot of the comments were saying, wow, that's a shitty OS, but like, there's a better one out there, excuse me? I would like to know, because our store needs a update, you know, desperately. If there's a nicer looking OS, then I want to have it in the store. And this outdated shit needs to go. I hate the fact that price verifying something counts as ringing it up, because a long time ago they used to. I don't know if they do it anymore, but please don't miss. Oh my god. I'm going to switch out. A long time ago, well, it's just since I haven't been doing it for a while. Those cashier reports, the car reports. They used to tell you like, oh, you have this many voids, you have this many returns, you have this many that. A lot of these checks are pointless, since doing returns is part of our job anyway. Why are we being asked or told you're doing too many returns this week? It's kind of suspicious. Like, okay, how do I avoid doing my job then? Doing returns is just part of the working the register. You're gonna get them. Like some days, I was working 40 hours a week, so that's all I ever did was check. So if it just happens that I got a return, it was like, oh well, I got the return. Oh shit, he's really fast. Aerodactyl is really strong. And I was sick of being asked, what can we do to reduce the line voids? Because apparently, like taking something off the register or taking something off during a transaction counts as like a sales loss or something. So they would rather you void the whole transaction, which is stupid. Because if they have like 50 things, I'm not gonna void the whole transaction just to take off one thing. That makes no fucking sense. If it's like, oh, a coupon wasn't applying correctly, I might void the whole thing so I can also so they can see the whole thing happen at once. Because usually what happens is they'll be like, oh, this doesn't look right, can you do the whole thing again? I was like, okay, fine. Or that happened to me like yesterday actually. They had a transaction adding up to like $160, and they were paying with FSA, so they wanted to make sure everything went through. I rang it all up. It was $168. They said that seems a little high, so I said usually what I do is I told them the most expensive things first. Like, well, the Claritin was $24. This tweezer is like $22. First of all, tweezer prices, what the hell? So they say, and the only thing that wasn't covered was the Q-tips, weirdly enough. So they're like, can you redo it again? So I was like, ugh. So I voided the transaction, I rescanned everything, and it was the same price. And we're like, huh, that's really weird. And I told them, oh well, the only thing that isn't covered is the Q-tips. And they had already ran their card, and it didn't cover that, so that was the only thing left to do. At this point, I can only void or start over. Or, yeah, that's pretty much it, because I couldn't just take off the Q-tips once the payment has already gone through. So, I had to do another void, take off the Q-tips, rescan everything, and they're like, oh, okay, everything's fine. It's like, people, stop torturing me. And what else do I have in here? I'm looking at a folder of like the things I wanted to go over. I got the stupid thank you card from CVS. It was like, you're working at a crucial time. Thanks. Yeah, suck my dick. And I also know they announced the bonuses that we're supposed to be getting. Let's see, am I faster? Nope, that's not gonna work. I realized something true. I don't have anything to fight dragons, and I wasted that turn. So I remember the first announcement was in April or late March, saying we're getting a bonus, and then I see on Reddit people are posting about the second bonus. I was like, wait a minute, where's the first one? Now everyone got another email from somewhere. I didn't get the email. No one has mentioned a bonus at my store at all. I don't even think they know. You know, I don't even think they warn her about, are we being like, are we getting paid more for this? Like, they don't even ask that shit. Or maybe like one other person that I kind of identify with, but other than that, everyone's just like acting like this is normal, that we're being paid the same and being made to work under weird conditions. So yeah, we haven't got the second bonus, but everyone's saying that the actual bonus time is going to be May 22nd. Then I say, if nothing comes up from this, then we should be mad, because you fucked us. CVS, you fucked us. You've been fucking us, but then you royally fucked us. That's all of the F's. And there's not enough F's in the chat, you know, so please use them sparingly, okay? This one... Oh, okay, so this one is a survey that we got. Okay, this is me talking about the stupid surveys, like scoobing our scores and like OSATs and everything. I just can't care anymore. You know, it's one thing that we're really pushing service, but it's another thing to have to compete with actual bad scores because they're dumb and they don't get how CVS shopping works. Like, none of my coupons work. 0. You're not using the coupons right, you fucking idiot. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten someone who's like, who's just like throws their ribbon in my face and like, can you see if I have any coupons? And I go through the whole thing, and then they're surprised when there's none they can use. It's like, really? I come here all the time, there's nothing I could use. Like, that's how that works. You don't get... If there's any customers watching, learn a thing or two about... If you aren't like this, then good on you. If you are, learn a thing or two about fucking reading what you have. Oh great, he has thunder. Well, this does bode a problem. Oh wow, he lives. Oh great. What is this? This is like the second to last guy, so... And I don't remember if I saved or not. Well, I just don't care about surveys anymore. That's basically the end of that. On some of our registers, we have this printed sign that says no cell phone allowed, no personal belongings in front areas, no overtime authorized. I could just open it here if you can see it. It looks like that. The assistant manager made that and put it on the register. Like we're giving a shit. First of all, like, I have been caught by a district manager a few times. I'm not bragging about it, but for all the times I keep getting people asking like, where's the nearest CVS from you? Where's the nearest this from you? Where's the nearest Lowe's? It's like, isn't that for you to look up or Google the address to? Because I don't have time for this. Like, usually whenever I answer the phone, I'm at the register in the middle of a transaction. I don't know, there's some kind of impression that people get that there's just someone waiting in a room waiting for their phone to ring so they can answer it. Fuck off, Lance. You don't need a full restore. You have 3 Dragonites, you asshole. And it's not that... It's not like that at all. It's... You know, it's someone multitasking with shit already, and they don't have time to like have full conversations with about the fucking weather. My god. Okay, I have a plan, Taco Man. Another interesting thing is that during like the first 2 weeks of the lockdown in our state, I did notice that when people started stocking up and hoarding on food, when it came to cereal, I I thought it was funny that the only thing left were fucking Special K and all the healthy cereals. Like, nobody wants this shit. Look at all of that. Nobody wants anything else. Special K sucks. It's just, I like that you can tell which are the worst cereals when people are mass stocking on stuff. Just, over time, CVS has been making things really inconvenient, and I just can't take it anymore. Like the addition of Carapace, which I'll get to in a second. The addition of... Oh, that's what I was doing. I'm gonna wait to see if this guy... I'll just do Body Slam. The addition of UPS services. Our store was gonna do like curbside pickup for a day, and then we actually had to discontinue it the same day because the management of like the whole shopping center didn't want any of their venues in here to reserve parking spaces, which you need to do for a curbside pickup. Like, we don't want you to reserve a fucking parking space. Sorry, can't do that. Which is a sigh of relief, because that would have been hella annoying to run out things as customers. Also, we don't have enough people to do fucking in-store personal shopping in the first place, so no. At our store, we used to use those big RF guns, you know, like the Texas Instruments style ones, the big ones, with like the keypad on the bottom and stuff. And then we got new ones, the Zebra ones. They're more like a smartphone. Those are a lot better. Definitely, they pick up and scan well. You don't need to like hold it at a certain angle. It just picks it up no matter what, and it's really good. It's really intuitive too, I would say. But the thing is, our store lost one. Now we have 3 instead of 4. So they're all fighting over just the one because nobody can find the other 2, and it's like really annoying. And one of my coworkers is a shift manager. He always assumes I have one, and they're like, "Hey, can I have your RF unit?" Like, let's redo this conversation. Do you have one? No. Okay, never mind. They always assume I have one, and I'm like, if I had one, which I don't, which I said the other day, like, God, just fuck off. Everyone, Blizzard. What do you need Blizzard for? Gosh dangerzors. That's not even a real word, and I agree with you. Yeah, look at that quick claw. Please don't be paralyzed. Okay. But remember those... If any store still uses these to communicate, remember those white badges? Those speaker things? I won! I'm the champion! I didn't even think about it. But remember how you used to be able to log into those and use those to scan things? Those got discontinued, or the function of it was disabled as soon as we got the Zebra one. So it's like, why are you making things harder for us? I used to love just getting that and then being able to like price check while I was in the aisle if a customer asked me something. Now it's like, oh, when a price check, oh, I have to go find an RF unit, or I have to go walk over to the price scanner, the coupon center. It's like, God. And I'm sick of the coupon center too. It's a waste of fucking paper. People don't tell us when it's empty, so the last person who uses it and it's empty just like, oh, I guess there's no coupons. They don't tell us. Then like the next 10 people use it, they're like, oh, my coupon's in their print. So I go over there, I put the paper in, and then the previous 10 people who didn't say anything, that will start coming out, and then we have to like play a guessing game which one is theirs. And it's like, there's got to be a better way to do this. Like, God. And yeah, I'm just sick of it. On the subject of shoplifters, like I said earlier in the other video, our store, it doesn't have a homeless problem, but there are homeless in the area. Not even homeless are the issue, is the thing. It's like normal ass people, like unassuming ass people. I've seen like a guy in a business suit walk out with a fucking pair of shades. I've seen a lady like a really professional looking lady put like those protein powder jugs like in her bag and walk out. Like, God, everyone is a shoplifter. Everyone steals. But I over time have got really good at spotting people. So I've had a lot of my older videos have stories about these things. I was thinking about putting a compilation of because it's all scattered throughout my older playthroughs, but they all have stories from the shoplifters I've encountered. I was thinking about making a compilation of just work stories and maybe posting that to Twitter, or not Twitter, god damn it, Reddit and too. But I guess just to talk about a recent story. On Friday, there was this couple in the store, a Bonnie and Clyde, if you will. They, it was like almost organized retail crime, where they came in the store separately, and then they would walk past each other. She would hand him, the guy with the bag, something, and he would put it inside the bag, and then until it was like fucking full. And it was like, and the other thing is, the cameras display in our store, it goes out a ton, and it's fucking annoying. And sometimes the screen is just black. It's like, well, I give up on trying to watch people, because you know what, I used to be gung-ho about stopping shoplifters, and I was never discouraged from doing it because I wasn't rewarded. It was just like, it felt good to stop someone, whether I was gonna get rewarded or not. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's not even loyalty to the company, because I give it less of a shit if the company's assets were protected. But I was glad I got this person and I kicked him out of the store. Not to say I enjoy confrontation, but I can do it confidently. I don't really fear for my life as much, for other reasons that I won't get into because they're kind of depressing. But we were talking over the headsets, like, we think that guy and that girl are stealing. So one of the shift managers found him in the aisle, followed him around. As he was approaching the door, he had like this like tote bag full of shit, and he just grabbed it, and he was like, "Sir, what do you have in the bag?" He was being loud. The thing we try to do is be loud about it so that it calls attention to everyone else, even if we can't say, "Hey, I need backup in this aisle." It's like, if we were loud, we get the signal, like, okay, you're being okay, someone's shoplifting, so we'll be right there. It was really busy, but a long line, so I just left the line. I just went next to him. I grabbed the bag also, and then he was like, "Why are you guys ganging up on me?" I was like, I said, because you have stuff in the bag that belongs to us, you haven't paid for. And my shift manager was like, "I'm gonna cut it open if you don't open it for us and dump it out and leave the store right now." He was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna open the bag. But like, as he was he grabbed it harder and was heading towards the door. Like, no, you're not. I was like, you're not gonna do that. I don't believe you. So open the bag and get out right now. So he ended up cutting open the bag, and all this like high-end makeup and all the La Roche-Posay, the Vichy, like all that shit came out. Oh, he had a bunch of medicine in there too. Like, he was about to steal all of this stuff. And his lady friend is at the door like, "Forget it! Come on, just go! Fucking sniveling shitheads. And the guy got all upset because he got caught. Then my least favorite thing, or I guess to say my most favorite thing, is when they get caught and they get upset. Like, bitch, fuck you. You got caught. What are you gonna... You're done. Like, if you're mad at that point, you should just leave. So what do you do when the game is over? Okay. Oh, that's right. There's a second half of this game. The ticket leaves the best at the town of the city. Okay. So that means I gotta go to Kento with these jerks. And I'm pretty sure as soon as you get there, everyone's like level 55 and 60. And it's kind of scary. Because normally you're not this leveled. Oh great, how's this happening again? So anyway, this guy gets mad that we cut open his bag and took all the shit back. And then he starts approaching my shift manager like all angry. He's like, you cut open my bag! You could have cut me! Ugh. And he picks up like sunscreen and he's about to take that. It's like, dude, stop. You have nothing else to put it in. You're done. I think I gotta go to Olivine City. Yeah, okay. And then he just starts like nervously picking stuff up. Here's a picture of what they were about to take in here. Like it was like this Neutrogena thing. Some of this shit I don't think we had. Like this pan right here isn't ours. Revlon, that was ours. The Neutrogena, like the soap. He was about to take a lot of expensive stuff, and yeah, I'm glad we were able to stop him. But like his lady friend is at the door. We have a hat rack by the door, and he's like, "Look, look!" Yeah, and then she just starts picking up the hats and throwing them on the ground. Like, what are you doing? What's wrong with you people? Like, it's so weird that when shoplifters get caught, they act upset. Like, okay, maybe if you were better, you wouldn't have. If you were better about stealing, I wouldn't have given a shit. Like, there's some people that like put it in their clothes or something, or they do it well enough that I can't just see them putting it in their somewhere on their body. But it's like, I got a guy like put a wine bottle in his pants right in front of me, and then I ask him, "Can I have that wine bottle in your fucking pants, please?" And he's like, "What wine bottle?" He just brushes his hand against his pants like, "There's nothing there." Like, you fucking idiot. Ugh, I just hate them. I hate them all. I hate everyone. I'm so full of hate. And yeah. And about the inconveniencing employees thing, like, when things in the system aren't clear to us, like when things, when for example, a refund starts needing to check ID, it's like, usually it's when, usually, I noticed it was when the year first starts, it always asks for an ID for receipts that are from last year, no matter what, whether they paid by cash or not. Oh, I don't want to go to Safari Zone. Shut up. Wait. I don't know who to have out first, because I guess I should have out this guy. Bronto Bart. Yes, you may. Okay, you have a ticket. We're going soon. Let's go. Going to Kanto. I'm on the road to Verilion City. I think it actually is Verilion City because that's the only city with a port. Anyway. Yeah, I just hate everyone. Okay, so about Care Pass. My store is Union. And one of the things they fought for was like making it so that they can't have a quota over us. Like, oh, you need to sell this. Well, you work 8 hours a day, so you need to. You should be able to sell like 13 or 15. I mean, like, in the first day of it, I'd be like, I could maybe sell 1 per day. That's not a promise either. Also, that depends on whether I'm trying to get everyone out efficiently. Like, it's just annoying when, I think I already said this. I'm repeating myself. Care Pass sucks. Care Pass can fuck off. Hearing about like other stores saying, guys, we need to do this or else there's going to be consequences. I'm like, what consequences? What are you going to do? What? I haven't seen anyone get fired over this, thankfully. I still haven't gotten written up. I haven't asked since November when I gave up. I was like, I'm not doing this. I don't care what you guys say. They still use like a little chart in the store saying like, we have care pass goals. It's just something they can show the district manager, and it's just something that they can show whatever they answer to. Because I'm sure a lot of managers or store managers have to be doing like conference calls about like, how come you guys are selling care passes, or what are you gonna do about this? They usually just say stuff that makes them back off. That's what I assume. Like, oh, I'm gonna tell my employees this, or this or that. But my least favorite thing is my old boss told our new hire to tell me that she was gonna buy me Starbucks or something if I got a care pass. Like, ooh, trying to bribe me. Like, I can tell it didn't come from her because she was new, and there's no way she would do that. And it's exactly something like my old boss would have said, just like trying to manipulate us. I don't care. I can, hey Andre, or whatever your name is, me. God damn it, whatever. What's the point in trying to cover it up? My name is Andre. Hello. Fuck off. They're like, hey, if you get a care pass, if you ask that guy for a care pass, I'll get you a snack or something. I can buy it myself. Thanks. You know, and another weird thing my old boss said to me was, in terms of care pass, she was like, are you gonna get care pass? I'm like, no. I'm not fucking, I don't buy here enough myself, so it wouldn't make sense for me. Also, I don't even buy the things that you get the discounts for. Like, $10 aside, I wouldn't even use it, even if I was paying $5 a month. Like, a lot of people buy, like, the CVS health brand, like, first aid, medical, you know, over-the-counter stuff. They might use that. But it's like it's like figuring out the opportunity cost of like a Costco membership. Like, well, you're paying what? I don't know what Costco membership costs, like $50 a month, but you get to buy in bulk, and if you do that a lot and you make money a lot, then that is supposed to pay for itself. If you don't, and in the CVS Care Passes case, if you don't, then don't do it. Like, you don't. If you don't go to CVS a lot, then you're just giving CVS $5 a month, and there's no reason I, as an employee, should need it so that I can pitch it to people. I'm like, well, this is what the company is offering. Do you want it or not? I'm not gonna be like, well, I use this too, and it's really great. Like, I'm not a commercial, you know? I'm not a tool like my other coworkers who are like, well, what I like about it is I get the $10 a month. That's why I think I'm the most woke person there, because, like, I don't give a shit about this stuff. This wasn't our job, like, last year, or, yeah, last year, I guess is the correct time reference. Like, this shit started in September. I don't care. And I definitely don't care about the $3 towards your paycheck thing. Like, good job. You got manipulated into, it's not really tricking people if you word it right. The thing is, I always say, when I was offering it, I always said, have you heard of Care Pass? They was like, no. Well, I'll put in the benefits. So it's a service where you get this, you get the 20% off, you get the prescription to your house or whatever, you get the $10 a month. And the main thing is that The first month is free, but you pay $5 a month. I always give that info out right away, but they don't want us to do. And a lot of people right away when they hear $5 per month, they're like, "Oh no, I wouldn't use that." If they say no once, I'm done with that conversation. I'm moving on. I'm bringing them out because I'm not gonna be here all day trying to convince them to do the shit that really isn't worth it for them. You know, my manager would do was my new manager. Unfortunately, this is the only thing I don't like about her. She when she pitches it to someone, can I sleep in the bed? I need to sleep in the bed. Fucking Christ. Okay. Oh, this guy's gonna barf on me. She would always say in her mail transaction, "Oh, do you want me to upgrade your CVS Care card? You get it $10 a month." She'll open it with that. She'll say the whole benefits, and then save the part where they have to pay $5 a month when the card is already in at the end. That is fucking scamming someone. Like, because then they have to go through the process of canceling it, which I hope the service line isn't making it difficult on purpose. You know, it's kind of like when you want to cancel a cable service, but they just like dish out all the offers to you at the end. It's like, well, look, I'm canceling. Like, oh, but do you want a different deal? Do you want to change your payment plan? What do you want to do? Do you want a different style? You want more channels? What do you want? And they'll say anything to get you to stay, unless you just stand your ground and say no. A lot of people that we're told to ask this to, or most of our customer base, it's a lot of old people who just say yes to things without like thinking about it. And that's in a different video I said this also, like, this is made to target people who are gonna forget about this once they sign up, and then they're just gonna be billed like $5 a month. Like, they're not gonna remember to cancel it. And that's exactly what they want. They want people to forget about it and then be distracted by the, "Oh, you got $10 in here," and they're like, "Oh, but that's what that's from. And this is from your Care Pass," and they might not remember they're being charged for it. And the other dumb thing is that sometimes it just fails during sign up. Like, they have a bad card, or it doesn't get accepted or something, or even though you make an email for them, or even though they have an account, it just doesn't work in the end. You get them all set up and everything, and it just says, "Sorry, we can't sign you up for a Care Pass right now. You can do it online." It's like, how is the person who managed to talk them down supposed to get the credit for that? Like, that's also not fair, you know? It's just, and the whole thing about firing customers over it, like, you're not prepared to get rid of your entire work base over fucking selling Care Passes. If they are, then everyone should just quit right now. Like, a lot of people can't just quit, so they do what they ask them to do. It's called being treated like a bitch, and it's not very nice in my HO. It's been an hour already, so I think I'm done ranting about CVS. I've said my piece. I might tell stories later in the future. I'm very bad at outros, as you can tell. Maybe you watched a few of my videos, maybe you decided, you know, this guy is fucking boring. All he does is rant about work. But you know what? It's my life, and I do what I want. That's my authority, okay? Take it easy somewhere. That good for nothing. I want to go find them. I'm on guard duty. I have to stay right here. Okay, kid. Can I get you a look for my buddy? He's taking easy somewhere. Oh, I think I know where he is. Just know that this channel is run by someone who also works at CVS. Just like you. Like I said in the other video. Oh, I guess I want to talk a little bit about the difference between Target and CVS. I do know our CVS used to be 24 hours before all this. So we had people who worked overnight, and they get a pay differential of, I don't know exactly how much really, but at Target overnight you also get that. I need a full heal, or the bird heal, which I don't have either. You also get a pay differential. So the difference between Target and CVS is that they have actual benefits, as like, I mean, like pay raise. Okay, so what they did was, starting March 22nd, they gave everyone a $2 increase, which is great, especially for having to deal with all this shit right now. Since I was overnight, the starting wage was $13 for everybody, but the pay differential was $1, so I was actually getting $14 from base plus the $2, which means I was getting $16. I'm getting paid $16 per hour right now, and I get to usually work like 16-20 hours a week, depending on if I stay late or not, because I guess I have the option to stay a little bit later, but usually like all the work is done, so I don't have a need to. Oh, I need to know. I know where I need to go. And since I work overnight, I don't deal with people, which is the whole point of working overnight for me. God damn it. So, but the weird thing is, they rolled out. Oh, he's gone. Or was he ever in here in the first place? He's right there. They want to roll out this thing, because I used to be on the unload and replenishment overnight crew, which means you know how CVS gets a truck once a week? Target gets sometimes 2 or 3 trucks every day, and they have a conveyor belt where they sort everything out and then they stock it. I used to be on the unload team, so which means I was like picking up heavy boxes really fast, but whenever it got tough, I remembered I'm not dealing with the shitty regulars I usually do. No one's yelling at me over coupons. I'm like, oh my god, this is heaven. I'm sweating my ass off right now, but this is heaven. That said, just recently, they want to roll out this thing where they want to get rid of basically an overnight staff. They want to close at midnight or whatever time they close, and then at 12:15, that's when they start unloading the truck. Because I think it's actually better, because before we used to unload the truck at 10:30 while we were still open, and it was kind of annoying trying to bang out a bunch of U-boats and pallets between people and making them like be like, watch out guys, like, get out of the way. Like, we shouldn't do this while open, like, no. Especially, it's a Target in a mall, especially, so it's really busy. So I'm glad that they're doing that, but it also splits the overnight people into midnight to 4 only. They can't stay any later than that, supposedly. They are expecting people to stay later. I don't think they will though, but and then the other half is the people who come in from 4 to 8, which is what I'm about to do. So the thing is, I will still get the differential of $1 or $2 more or whatever from 4 to 8, but it'll stop after 8 o'clock and I'll get paid regular base $13 an hour. So, but the store, that Target opens at 8 o'clock. I don't want to fucking be there when there's people there. That's the whole point of working overnight. So it's like, no, I don't think, this is fine, but I'm not gonna stay until past 8, because a full shift from 4 o'clock means leaving at noon, and that's too much. Or 10 o'clock or whatever it's gonna be. No, no, thank you. But Target in general does what I think CVS should have done. It's just do a normal pay raise instead of announcing a bonus of vague indeterminate amount. I mean, well, they said it's going to be like even though they said what it's gonna be, it doesn't sound like enough. Like, it's 150 for part-time. Ooh, that's nothing, honestly. For working 2 months, 3.5 months during a pandemic, that's kind of nothing. And then I think like 500 or 300 for full-time, which is still kind of nothing. Like 2 bonuses for that. I would rather have just had a pay raise, because then it'll be based on how much I worked, and it won't be as flat as that is. So I don't know. I think Target has a lot of employees, so they can afford to. There's a lot of people that did what's it called? Leave of absence. So they're just like, you know what? This is really bad for me. I don't want to be around this, so I'm not gonna work. And that they did that. CVS, they want us to take our temperatures before we work, and there's like some conspiracy about like them sending us like rigged thermometers so that they read at a certain temperature. That's no matter what temperature you are, always reads below 100 so that you can work. Okay, so I was supposed to work today. I had another. When I work Saturdays, I get off at Sunday at like 5 in the morning. So where am I supposed to go? So I work until 5 in the morning, and then I go home. And on Sundays at CVS, I usually start at 8, and which means I'll be conscious for like 48 hours of barely any sleep until I get home from CVS at 3:30. And then I got home at 5:15 this Sunday morning, Mother's Day, and I was like, I don't have the energy. I don't. And they have allowed returns at our store after like 2 months of telling people, sorry, you can't return this right now. And like fucking Karens and Kevins going like, that's bullshit. Where's the manager? I want to talk to the manager. They say exactly what I say, and then I just want to fucking die. Which one is my room? Can I sleep in here? Okay. Thank you. And you have to put at tags too, which would have been impossible if there was going to be an influx of people returning shit. Just receipt, no receipt, bullshit reasons why. The main thing I was concerned about, like, people returning all the shit they stocked up on. Like, getting someone returning a bunch of toilet paper. Like, hell no, you're keeping that. Or sanitizer. No, Can I leave now? Oh, I went to sleep, but I can't leave. I don't understand what's going on here. I think I was supposed to find the captain's daughter. Whatever. And like, I got home at like 6 in the morning. I was like, fuck, I have time. I don't have time to do anything. Like, it takes me like 45 minutes to take the trolley to go to work. If I walk, I have bad foot problems from standing there at the register. They have a chair now, according to some, I don't know, I guess there was a lawsuit a while back where someone sued CVS for not providing seating for, oh, there you are, for like cashiers who have to stand for long hours of time during a lull period. It's like, if it's not busy, we have to stand. And I know I have fasciitis in both my feet over the years, so they send out, like most stores, a chair. It's not very good, but it's something that you can sit on during like slow times. So there's that. God, where was I going with this? Oh, so I was supposed to work today, And the thing that sucks is if you want to call out, since the store is our store is actually closed, as it used to be 24 hours, so I could just call it like 2 in the morning, which I don't normally do. In fact, this is the first time I've ever done it, but I tried calling at like 6 in the morning, and it was like, sorry, but this location is currently closed. You can call other numbers and do whatever you want, but you can't call here. It's like, how am I supposed to call out if I don't, like, I don't have the manager's number or anyone's number on speed dial, so like, I can't just do that. So, god damn it, I hate HMs. HMs are dumb. So I couldn't call out. I had to wait until 7. So I took a nap for an hour, and then I called my store, and I didn't know what they were going to say. I just knew that I wasn't gonna come in. I was like, hey, I tried to call earlier, but it said this door was closed. So, and the other person in line was a shift manager that I know pretty well, and she was like, you're not gonna come in? Like, yes, I'm not coming in. She already knew what I was calling about. Like, that's weird. So I was like, I need to sleep or else I'm gonna die. And I've been doing this for like the past few weeks. Coming in, it was only on Saturdays. If I work Saturday nights at Target and I have to come to CVS at like the very next morning, I'm a zombie. And I was like, I can't do this. Like, my feet hurt, my whole body hurts. Like, no. I don't think so. Great, I have to get back. Actually, not really. I just need this guy. Okay. Just gotta get the first badge. It's weird that in the second half of SoulSilver, you don't really take the same routes that Red did. Like, since your first town you get to is Vermilion, your first gym is the electric guy instead of Brock. Oh, dude, you get the awesome Kento music. Oh my god. Jenny, look at her butt. Whatever your name is. So yeah, I was like, I'm not coming in. This is the first time I've ever just straight up called out for absolutely no reason at all. Not even like a call sick. Just, I'm not coming. Deal with it. I've been trying to reduce my presence there anyway. That's why I asked for. That's why I told them I'm only gonna work 12 to 4. Because before they really relied on me, and it's like, how come I'm the only main cashier right now? Everyone else is doing part-time. You should be able to hire 2 more full-time people or 4 part-time people. Now that I'm back to being part-time. It's like, well, I can't imagine anyone wanting to work for CVS right now, but like, they can hire more if they wanted to. And nor would I recommend it, honestly. Just, God. Like, pick somewhere else. Okay, maybe before Carapass, I'd have been like, fuck it. You may not have to make it your lifestyle, but it's an okay job. But now it's like, Carapass is a salesman job in itself. Like, you don't need that on top of that. Oh, we got a double battle. Oh. That's not good. This is the first time I like actually did this on accident. I wanted to fight them all individually, but sometimes things don't always go the way they should, really. I guess I'll send in Bronto Bert. Yeah. And the thing is, this is the first day for Target's new hours for their nighttime employees. So, I am gonna have to get up at 3 AM so I can get the target at 4 a.m. so I can work 4 to 8. I don't know what I'm gonna do there because usually I unload the truck and then I stock. They could still be unloading the truck when I get there at 4 a.m. That's the other thing, because they want to slow down the process of that and do it with less people. Like maybe like half the people that were doing it before, and that's kind of weird. And then everyone else who picked the 4 to 8 shift is gonna probably just stock and go home, which sounds honestly like the best thing ever. I just stock, I put the back stock away in the basement, and then I leave. Like that's it. There's nothing else. I don't do it to customers. I don't have to do like price changes or anything. Like just god damn it, that sounds like a dream. And it sounds like I may have the option to say later, depending on what they have left to do. But if they're gonna put me at 48, then I'm working 48. I'm like, I don't have company loyalty anymore. Like I don't care. You know, don't do more than what you're asked just to kiss up somebody's ass. It rhymes, so it's basically law. Okay, right? This has been Jump and Shoot, the Reddit special, part 2 out of 2. I don't know. Bye.